Welcome to Nollywood Choice Reviews. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you could do me one more favour and press the like button, that would be much appreciated. Today for Nollywood Choice Reviews, I'm going to be doing a review of Melted Sorrows, which is a movie written and directed by Rima Johnson Emmanuel, and it also stars Destiny, and she's one of my favourite actresses. The movie can be viewed on Nollywood Epic TV YouTube channel. I will provide the link in the description. The movie starts off by introducing us to the Ikaku family. I really hope I've pronounced that properly. The family is struggling and they are very poor, and one of the sons have even described it as the family are in a chain of poverty. So the marriage of the only girl, actually, the only daughter in the family, Oju, is something that most people are looking forward to.
Mama, Emeka has not traveled outside the country before.
There are 3 Ikaku children in their family. Their mother is their only surviving parent, so their father is late, and like I mentioned before, they are struggling financially. Chimaobi tries his best to earn a living for himself by working as a building site supervisor. He also has a son. Obinna is my favourite character. He's very lovable and provides a lot of comedic relief throughout the movie. He does have a few character flaws, and personally I think he may have a gambling problem. Oju is the only girl in the family, and she's fully focused on her marriage to Emeka, and she's gushing about her wedding and speaking about it to all her friends, and well, I don't blame her, because as the situation is, her family, they are poor, and Emeka is more affluent than her family is, so she may see this marriage to him as an opportunity for her to, increase her social status. Now, if you've ever had in-laws that didn't like you, ever had to deal with a brother-in-law that you didn't get on with, or sister-in-law or mother-in-law, whatever the case might be, that's nothing, because Oju has to deal with Emeka's ancestors. Yes, Emeka's ancestors are against their union, and as a result, he later on goes on to cancel the wedding.
Rescue me from her? She's the woman I want to marry.
You cannot marry her, my son. She and her entire family are one with poverty. And uniting your soul with her in marriage is uniting yourself with poverty.
Chimaobi has a dream, and he has an encounter with someone who appears to be his twin.
Greetings, great son of Ikaku.
Who are you?
I am a representation of the lineage of Ikaku, the loins that brought forth your father, the root of your ancestors. I am Ikenta, whose spirit lives in you. I only appeared to you in this form because of the feebleness of your mind.
Greetings.
It is time to redeem that which was lost.
What was lost?
The glory of Ikaku. Meaning, every descendant of Ikaku is destined to be rich and look as wealthy as I am looking. For wealth is what Ikaku represents.
We are also descendants of Ikaku, but we are very poor.
It is time to restore your true identity.
This may sound a bit unsympathetic, but I don't think Oju is heartbroken over Emeka. She's more or less embarrassed about the wedding being cancelled. She's been speaking to a lot of her friends about it, and so I feel she's more embarrassed, and I don't really think she's heartbroken. In the meantime, her brother Chimaobi, he's still quite confused about the dream that he's had, so he reaches out to Adibia and he asks for some answers, but when he gets there, the Adibia lets him know that he's not the right person to discuss those things with him, and the Adibia actually tells him that he has to go and see the priestess of Amidora. Now, I don't think I've said that right, so I'm gonna try again. I think it's the priestess of Amidora, so I think you guys got it. So he tells him that he has to go and see a priestess. However, Chimaobi, like a lot of us, procrastinates and he's slow to move, and it's only after his son's education is put on hold because his son is sent out of school that he starts thinking, and even that isn't enough because he has to have another dream with his, well, what we're calling for now, with his twin. And after having that dream, he actually makes a move and goes to see the priestess of Amidora. You know that the twin, well, who I've referred to as the twin, is actually his great grandfather Ikenta. Now, Ikenta, whilst he was alive, was accused of stealing. He denied, and the matter was taken to his father. When his father was notified about it, his father was very insulted, and he was pissed off, that how could somebody who was much poorer than him accuse his son of stealing, given that he was the wealthiest man in the community. The matter wasn't dealt with between the victim of the theft and Ikenta's father, so things escalated. The priest insisted that Ikenta was to swear. Ikenta refused, and his father said that he would take the oath on behalf of his son because there's no way that his son would steal. Now, for those of you who may have any faith in Ikenta, let me just say now that he was a thief. His dad realized that his son had got him into a massive mess, and judgment began. It first started with both of Ikenta's sisters dying. Later on, his father died, but his father died after actually catching his son stealing and realizing that his son was a thief. Now, I personally don't feel any remorse for Ikenta's father, because when the matter was initially brought to him, he was very belligerent. He insulted the guy that brought the matter to him, and he just didn't deal with it the proper way. I feel like if your child, or even if not your child, even if your friend or anybody that somebody comes towards you with a complaint about that person, I think you have to try your best to actually, well, at least to be able to listen and find out what's happened, to be neutral and just be respectable and see if there's a way of actually handling the matter. I feel if he had taken time to sit down and talk to his son, then the matter would not have got to the point of them having to take any oath. Ikenta's mother finds herself in a very bad situation where she's lost both of her daughters and she's also lost her husband. So she actually goes to the priest and she makes an appeal and she actually begs for mercy. The priest says that nothing can be done, but of course this is a movie and the storyline needs to keep going. So the priest says that the gods have decided to show mercy on her son, and that he will live, but however the wealth that the family have been blessed with, that wealth will be taken away.
Ikenta reincarnated in you to right his wrong, amend the damage he caused the entire lineage of Ikaku. That is why right from your childhood you've had this unquenchable passion to put an end to the poverty in your family.
You're right, Great One. You are right, but I ask again, How will I do that?
For your life, everything was taken. It will cost your life to restore everything.
I do not understand, Ritu.
You will return the life Amadioha gave to you.
And even though his mother got a pardon for him, a curse was placed. So Ikenta escaped these consequences in his past life, but now in his present life as Chimaobi, he has to give up his life in order for his family to be free. Now, even if he decides not to sacrifice himself, he has to consider his son and the fact that they will continue to live in abject poverty. Chimaobi's mom is worried about him. She sees him worrying, up and down, stressed. He hasn't opened up to any of his family members about any of these things that have been going on. So she's definitely worried just observing her son's behavior. However, I'm worried about her other son. I feel like she's concentrating on the wrong son right now, because her youngest son, he's definitely getting himself tangled into a lot of nonsense. If you're interested in watching Melted Sorrows, then click onto Nolly Epic TV on YouTube and you'd be able to view this movie. I would definitely recommend this movie. I really like the story. I like the idea and the topic and the aspect of reincarnation, and the fact that Ikenta's sort of escaped the actions, well, not the actions, he escaped the consequences of his actions in his past, but now that he's born again into a new life, you know, those issues are still following him into his new life. I hope you have a brilliant rest of the day. I will be uploading a review of part 3 and part 4, but I am going to be waiting for a while because I don't want the Nollywood Choice review to be spoiler based. I do want it just to be reviews of movies that have been uploaded. So I'll wait for a little while before I upload that review. Please leave your comments in the comment section and subscribe if you haven't already done that.